Hello once again on Dallas Cowboy Nations. The Dallas Cowboys are building momentum as training camp in Oxnard enter a critical stage, with a head coach Brian Schottenheimer leading the team into a new era. Every practices have become a battle for starting jobs, a roster spot, and opportunity to prove that the Dallas can return to a playoff contention in the NFL. One of the biggest headlines from the camp is the outstanding chemistry between a Dak Prescott and star wide receiver George Pickens. George Pickens has quickly become one of the most exciting players on the field, making a difficult catches and showing up explosive playmaking ability that convinced the Cowboys to bring him to the Dallas Cowboys. His partnership with CeeDee Lamb is already creating one of the NFL's most dangerous receiving duos, giving a Dak Prescott more weapons than he has had in previous years. The Cowboys offense has looked sharp throughout opening practices, so a Prescott has been accurate and confident, while offensive lines has provided a solid protection during drills. Coaches are encouraged by the early rhythm of the offense, although they believe the real test will come during a full contact ported practices and preseason game. On defense, several young players are fighting hard to earn starting roles. So a rookie defensive back, Caleb Downs, has impressed the coaches with his athleticism, football IQ, and the ability to make a plays in coverage. So a rookie cornerback, Shavon Level, has also shown flashes of his potential, despite facing difficult matchups against an elite receiver during the Dallas Cowboys camp. The linebacker competition remains one of the most important battles in the camp. The Marvin Overshawn continued to emerge the defensive leader, taking on communication responsibilities while recovering his top form. So coaches are still evaluating whether additional help could be needed before a regular season begins, and making a linebacker a position to watch closely. So several players are also fighting for the final roster spots: wide receiver, running back, defensive lineman, and offensive linemen are competing every day to secure the places on the 53-man roster. A player like Ryan Flournoy or Treshon Holden, and other young prospects have created exciting competition that could lead to a difficult decision for the coaching staff in the Dallas. So let's continue on with some transfer and the roster news on the Dallas Cowboys, also which is called the American team. The Dallas Cowboys have been relatively quiet on the transfer front during the opening day of the training camp. There have been no blockbuster signings announced this week, but the league insiders continue to believe a Dallas could explore adding a depth at a linebacker all along the defensive front if the right opportunity become available before a regular season. A trade speculation continues, but no major move have been completed in this camp of the Dallas Cowboys. So the training camp now enter one of its most important phases as per the practices begin. This session will allow coaches to properly evaluate the offensive and defensive lines while identifying the players who deserve starting positions. Joint practices against the Los Angeles Rams and New Orleans Saints, followed by the preseason game, will provide the Cowboys with their biggest test before the regular season officially begin. So by ending these Dallas Cowboy updates, the atmosphere around the Dallas Cowboy is full of optimism. So a Dak Prescott look health and confidence. A wide receiver George Pickens is making an immediate impact, and young defender are stepping forward and competing in the competition throughout the roster is intense. Although the question remains about the linebacker depth and the defensive consistency, a Dallas Cowboy appears to be moving in the right direction as the 2026 NFL season draws closer if the current momentum continues. So the Cowboys could emerge as the one of the most exciting team to watch in this season. Look, the confident and composed throughout a camp. Reports from the practice, so they indicate that he has shown an excellent chemistry with his receiver while demonstrating complete command of the offensive system. So for his leadership has been one of the biggest taking points as he continues helping a younger player to adapt while setting the standard during every workout. The coaching staff wants Dak Prescott entering week 1 healthy, sharp, and full prepared to lead what they believe can become one of the NFC most dangerous offenses. Positions battles for becoming a more competitive in this season. So perhaps the most exciting storylines in the camp is a fierce competition for the roster spots. Several young players have surprised the coaches with impressive performances, especially on defense and special teams. Undrafted players and recent draft selection, knowing that every practice is essentially a job interview, and many have responded with outstanding efforts. Ty and Mikro Trigg has attracted attention after making a difficult catches in the practice, while linebacker Curtis Robinson continues earning praise for his leadership and reliability. Defensive and Sam Williams is also fighting hard to secure his place by showing his athleticism and pass rushing ability. These competitions are exactly what the Cowboys coaching staff wanted, because a stronger internal competition usually creates a stronger football team. Defensive improvements remain a major focus. Defensively, Dallas is emphasizing speed, communication, and creating turnovers. So the coaching staff wants the defense to become more aggressive without sacrificing discipline. Our players have spent considerable time working on pass rusher techniques, tackling fundamentals, and situational football. Several defensive backs have impressed during a camp by forcing incompletions and generating interceptions in a practice session, while linebackers continue improving their communication before the snap. So if this unit continues developing throughout preseasons, it could become one of the Cowboys' greatest strengths entering the regular season. So even though training camp is underway, the Dallas Cowboys are not finished evaluating possible roster improvement. The owner, Jerry Jones, has acknowledged that organization remain open to making some significant moves if the right opportunity presents itself. So meanwhile, Dallas has already made a depth adjustment, including adding offensive lineman Sebastian Gutierrez after the opening week of the camp. Around the NFL, trade discussions continues, and many Cowboys fans believe the team could still add another veterans before the regular season it begins. So one overlooked area of the camp has been special teams. The coaching staff places tremendous value on a player who can contribute to the kick coverage, punt returns, and the field position battles several young players who may not start on the offense or defense are making a strong case for a roster spot because of their special team performance. Those contributions often become the difference between making the roster and being released from the season it starts. And another encouraging development have been chemistry inside the locker room. So the veteran leader have embraced the mentoring a younger teammates while a low-key continue earning respect through a hard work and consistent efforts. Coaches have placed the team energy and professionalism throughout the camp. So building this culture now could prove just as important as improving a talent on field once a regular season it begins. Looking ahead, with a preseason game approaching, the pressure will only increase. Every player understands that strong practice performances must now translate into a live game situations. Our coaches will closely evaluate execution, decision making, and consistency before finalizing